You're tired of the cycle. You look in the mirror, say you're finally going to lose weight, then you binge after 3 days. It's time to finally lose the weight and actually keep it off for good. I was able to reach 13% body fat while still maintaining my muscle size, and it wasn't because of some crazy routine or extreme diet. It was all because I implemented these two key steps that made weight loss feel easier than ever for me. See, the biggest reason people struggle to lose weight isn't because of hunger, it's because of dopamine. Your addiction to cheap dopamine is by far the biggest reason why you struggle to be consistent with your weight loss. After all the scrolling, procrastinating, and eating junk, your brain has been trained to crave stimulation 24/7. So when you try to cut that off, you will quit within a few days. That's why it's important to start a dopamine detox before starting a challenging goal. And yes, dopamine detox is hard, but there is this one thing that you can do to make it a whole lot easier. See, your mind always wants to be addicted to something. It can either be addicted to cheap dopamine or it can be addicted to success. Now, if you reprogram the mind correctly, we can take away the mental friction of doing hard tasks and make you crave doing the hard every day. So, how do we program it correctly? The first step is to write down all the negative things that you have in your life, all the things that you hate doing, that you know you shouldn't be doing, but you still do them anyway. As you write them down, you should start feeling that anger coming out of you. That is the why of your goal. So you can tap into that whenever you need. Now, if you struggle to access that motivation, there's two things you can do which will help you immensely. The first thing is to attack whatever is holding you back. If you struggle to motivate yourself, then there's a high chance that there are some limiting beliefs holding you back. So sit down and think back to the older, best version of you. He was always full of motivation and high energy. Now imagine him sitting in front of you and ask him how he does it. As you compare, you'll start to know exactly where you went wrong and what beliefs resulted in your downfall. The same beliefs that prime version of you would just laugh at. That's how you know it's time to remove them. Now the second thing is watching motivational content. Motivational videos are not useless. The speaker talks about concepts in ways that you haven't grasped before. It lets you see things from a different angle, allowing you to understand your capabilities once again. So watch them as many times as you need until you feel ready to accomplish any goal. By this point, you should be filled with hope again. There's no more mental friction in your mind and you're ready to do any task, which is exactly where you want to be. Now it's time to make that willful decision to quit whatever it is you don't like doing. And this decision is absolutely certain. You will not go back on it because you're the prime version of yourself now. And that version of you never broke any promises. Now you can easily knock out the biggest limiting factor in your weight loss journey, and you can finally achieve the body you envisioned. Next, we handle the logistical process. This means optimizing your diet and exercise, but in a way that causes the least amount of mental friction. The two biggest things that I did were walking more often and playing sports that I actually enjoyed. See, walking is a cheat code. It allows you to eat more food and allows for larger portions without you having to sweat and work hard all day. You just have to make walking a regular habit. So you can run more errands, clean your house, or take walks between your tasks. The key is to make walking an enjoyable thing for you. The same mindset applies with sports. If there's a sport you enjoy, like basketball, football, swimming, or running, then do that while you're doing your weight loss. It will make it infinitely easier because now you've aligned the process with who you are. It won't feel challenging anymore because you're just having fun. But with that said, you shouldn't overdo it, as overtraining is going to cause negative progress as you burn out really quickly. Again, the same mindset will apply with diet. You don't want to keep eating broccoli and rice every day, as that will get boring for anybody. You want to alternate your food palette with other nutrient dense foods like steak or fish. The key is to enjoy the food without overdoing it with processed foods. Ensure to keep your protein high so your weight loss doesn't include muscle loss. So now you have the blueprint. You don't need more information. You don't need a better program. You don't need motivation. You need a decision. Fix your dopamine first, then remove the friction from your diet and movement. That's it. And for the next 30 days, I challenge you to live like the person who already has the body you want. Walk more, move daily, eat in a way you can actually sustain. Cut off the habits you already know are holding you back. for just 30 days, not forever. Because once the momentum starts, quitting will not feel like an option. And if you do this properly, you won't just lose the weight, you'll be the type of person to keep it off forever.